cara futura mamma.
Don't be afraid.
Tu niño podrá hacer muchas cosas.
Podrá marcharte.
Podrá correr hacia ti.
Il pourra parler et te dire qu'il t'aime.
Il pourra aller à l'école.
Como todos.
Il pourra t'écrire si un jour elle est loin.
Because indeed, he'll be able to travel too.
Il pourra aider son père à réparer son vélo.
Podrá laborar.
Y ganar su dinero.
Avec son salaire, il pourra t'inviter à dîner.
O affittare un appartamento e andare a vivere da solo. A volte sarà difficile.
Jak těžko.
Quasi possible.
Et c'est pas pareil pour toutes les mères.
Dear future mum,
Tuo figlio potrà essere felice. Come lo sono io.
Et tu seras heureuse aussi.
Vero, mamma? Vero, mamma?
There are about 5 acres here.
Last year we planted 50,000 poinsettias. We're planting our mums for the fall season. We'll plant about 30,000 of those.
The numbers stagger me. I can't keep up with the numbers.
We're manufacturing birdhouses, planters, picture frames. We do our own greeting cards. You can order a customized brick for your garden. It's not just selling the plants and selling the product. What we've created here is something that we hope will go on in perpetuity for people with disabilities.
You have to hit a total button on the white side, a subtotal, and then it will come out to a big number, 4750.
He's got 2 lesions in his brain. They affect his motor skills, they affect his thought process.
My son has Angelman syndrome, which is a chromosomal abnormality. As a result of the syndrome, he is mute. He has walking problems. He has a history of seizures. He has a learning disability.
Bill is on the autism spectrum. He has epilepsy. Billy also is nonverbal.
I have a disability called Asperger's syndrome and a disability called obsessive compulsive disorder. And as a result, the effect that it has on me is that it causes me to slow down and to check my work and to double check and to triple check.
He did graduate from college and he came home, and it was obviously difficult for him to work at the normal kinds of jobs that might be available.
Supervisors would tell me that I need to work faster and that I need to get more done in a shorter period of time. There were some people who just didn't want me around.
I'm a single parent. His father passed away, and it's me and him, and so that's always been my fear, is could he function on his own without me?
We all know we as parents are not going to be here forever. Some people will never become fully independent. I think our son Justin will never be able to live fully independent on his own.
The thing that you always worry about is homelessness, is institutionalization.
Once the children are, or adults finish their high school transition beyond 21 years of age, there's really little or very few or no programs that are funded by state or federal authorities.
There's nothing for our children after school besides sitting in front of a TV.
You want to help them out? Yeah. They all want to feel good about themselves when they get up in the morning and feel that they have a purpose in life just like the rest of us.
And this one more. Good job, buddy.
They want to have the freedom to be able to go to places, see movies, hang out with their friends, go to the ball game.
Parents are really looking for ways to create environments where their people with disabilities can become more and more independent. That's our mission here at We Grow Dreams.
My mom, yeah, I think she got it going because it was a good business.
We Grow Dreams is a not-for-profit organization. However, our business is a true wholesale retail business, and we have regular employees who are trained to plant and develop, grow plants, vegetables, and all of the products that we grow. We've basically taken a business that was failing and have turned it around.
I think it's just really helped his self-esteem and socialization. He feels like, you know, he has to do it on his own, and will take that extra step to try to do it before he asks for help.
Instead of letting him sit there and shut down, they encourage him to ask questions.
I think they can do amazing things if they have the affirmation that they need, if they have the training that they need.
He's made friends here, and when you think about it, isn't that really what we all expect in a normal workplace?
The focus here is really on what these kids can do.
It's not special needs working, it's where people come together to work. Right?
We had an article published in the Wall Street Journal about us, and I received a flood of phone calls from all over the country because people wanted to know how they could replicate what we're doing here.
I've worked all over the country in all kinds of programs, and We Grow Dreams is truly a unique program because it involves the staff, the families, and the kids. It's really a wonderful thing to see our regular greenhouse workers working alongside our team members doing the same job.
We Grow Dreams really appreciates me for who I am, as they appreciate everybody here for who they are.
What we desperately need here is funding to really maintain our infrastructure. We have greenhouses that have been here since the 1930s. Some of them are still wood structures. We also would love the opportunity to provide scholarships for people who financially cannot afford to be part of our program. We have 40 families right now who are involved in We Grow Dreams. We have the capacity for 75. The business is not going to support all of the programs and services that we need to provide for our people with disabilities. And we need the corporate communities to rally around us and support us, as well as the foundations and corporate sponsorships, and just individual benefactors, individual donors.
Slowly. If there's no additional funds coming in, I'm concerned that it might not continue, and then Billy will be spending the rest of his life sitting in front of a TV.
We would really appreciate your support. Come to We Grow Dreams, visit us, meet our experienced staff, meet our great team members, our fantastic volunteers, purchase plants, flowers. We're a year-round greenhouse. It will be a great feeling to feel that you are making a difference in the lives of all these people with disabilities.
They might want me to work the cashier by myself here.
horses sense that we need them. They look into your eyes and they can see your pain.
They're just a really neat animal. Something that it's gentle, it's huge, and it wants to work with you.
First time I started riding the Bravehearts, it was great. I mean, it just makes you smile, you know? Riding a horse, I haven't rode a horse since I was a little kid.
Bravehearts program is a bunch of experienced, well-intended people getting together with horses to have life-changing results.
We see that the horses can help people physically, cognitively, emotionally. It's a really powerful tool, being able to use the horse in a setting that can also be therapeutic.
After I was discharged from the Army, the residual damages from the head injury were depression, I had balance problems, short-term memory, long-term memory. As far as therapy goes for a head injury, they just told me it's just going to take time, and therapy was never brought up, ever.
A humongous advantage to being here is I'm working on a drill team with other veterans who are also working on different things, whether they be psychological or physical. Using horses is a really effective way of doing it because they're so forgiving. Whereas with people, they can get fed up with one another and hold grudges and be offended. These horses have such a big tolerance, such a long tolerance, an enduring tolerance, that we get to keep on working on fixing whatever we need to fix because they've got the patience.
The work that I do for the Bravehearts program we call Foundation Horsemanship, and it's primarily in around Penn, where we teach people about the instincts of a horse and how we can work with that to have a mutual relationship between the human and the horse. When people adopt a skill and get better about it and instantly see good results, it does a lot for the human soul.
I am a Gold Star mother. Our son was killed in Afghanistan, August 19th, 2010, and that's what brought me here. I did not know how to heal. All I knew how to do is grieve. And they gave me the ability to start healing and also to show me that I can move forward. I know my son is with me. I want him to be up there and be proud of me that I've accomplished things in my life that he never saw me accomplish. My husband and I have been working here. We're trying to update a lot of the things that need to be done here, and we do it for CJ because that's what he would want us to do.
At Bravehearts, we see little miracles that happen out here every day, small moments where people find their greatness. We are always continually trying to do more programs, serve more people. With that comes our responsibility to find more therapy horses, to find and recruit more volunteers to assist us to lead the therapy horses into sidewalk, and to find more generous donors that are passionate about our cause and support our mission, and to help us further our organization and where we'd like to go.
My name is Guy Merker. My wife Lisa and I own DuPage Cheer and Power Tumbling here in Carroll Stream, Illinois. We see about 1,000 kids every week who take tumbling classes with us or some sort of cheerleading classes or teams with us. We have about 800 recreational cheerleaders and tumblers who just come to learn from our great staff of professional coaches. We have about 75 kids who do club cheerleading or all-star cheerleading with us, and about 75 kids who do competitive tumbling and trampoline with us as well. So that's how the numbers break out on a weekly basis. Our special needs program is made up of about 12 to 15 kids who come and practice once a week in prime time where their parents can come, they can watch, they can be a part of the practice, and then we also will take those kids, that team is called our Blitz team, we'll take that Blitz team also to competitions and they can showcase their skills. Some of them might have walkers, one of them has a dog. It's a lot of fun, and what's nice about the team environment here is that Blitz group of kids on the special needs team can very much be a part of the DCA or DuPage Cheer whole big family of teams that we have here as well. So we've got about 5 different teams that operate out of our gym, and when we have a big function like a banquet at the end of the year where it's kids who are specifically on our teams, they can be part of that and be all like one big happy family.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. All Blitz! 6, 7, 8. Red, black, and silver, the team you should fear. We are the ultimate DuPage cheer.
It's a lot of fun. It's not highly competitive. I have had parents who wanted to be a part of the special needs team here who wanted to win lots of trophies and beat other teams, and we're not really all about that. So we more are about the team building aspect for these kids to have somewhere they can call home and be part of something bigger, and where they can have a lot of fun and contribute to a team. We have at least one child with a walker on our team, and we have other girls. Like I said, we have one girl who her dog carries oxygen for her. We have another girl who she's required to sit during part of practice, so we have a chair out on the floor for her. I think you'll find it very accommodating. I would recommend you stop by for one of the team's practices. They are on Saturday afternoons at 2:30. They usually last about an hour, 3:30. Sometimes they'll go longer if they're getting ready for a competition. But normally every Saturday we operate the special needs team. We are located at 26 West 251 St. Charles Road in Carroll Stream, Illinois. You can find us on the web at www.dupagetumbling.com. You can reach us by email at coach@dupagetumbling.com, or you can call our phone number and talk to one of our lovely professionals, or leave a message at 630-588-9000.
is Noelle King. I'm one of the founders and directors and trainers of Mid-America Service Dog Foundation. To my left is Jan Coranda, also a founder and a director. To her left is my sister Patty, a director and co-founder. And to my right is our head trainer and one of our directors also of Mid-America Service Dog Foundation. We are proud and humbled daily to be changing people's lives 4 paws at a time. Service dogs, by definition, are dogs that are specially trained to assist disabled persons with their daily living. These dogs are trained to pick up objects off the floor, open and close doors, turn lights on and off, help someone who is in need of assistance, brace, and so much more. Mid-America Service Dogs Foundation is a non-for-profit organization that provides service dogs to children and adults with mobility disabilities at no cost to the recipient. We work with Helping Paws prison program, in which women inmates at the Logan Correctional Facility train dogs for our program 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. These women train the dogs from puppies, usually spending about a year to 2 years training before they are released. Once the dog graduates from the prison program, they are given to one of the Mid-America Service Dog Foundation trainers or volunteers. The dogs are placed in a home and are continued to train and integrated back into regular life. People and dogs are matched based on the needs of the person and also based on the tasks that the dogs can perform. All of our dogs are mobility service dogs. This means that our dogs assist people who have difficulty walking or who use a cane, crutches, wheelchair, or a scooter. Our dogs are specifically trained to help someone balance as they walk, help them up and down stairs, or to help them off the ground if they fall. Their goal in life is to help the person or their human or their best friend obtain independence. Foundation's mission is to obtain, provide, and train service dogs for children and adults with mobility issues so that their lives may be enhanced and that they may benefit from the loyalty, friendship, and independence of their service dog.
on a special holiday edition of Hallmark Heroes with Regis Philbin. Inspirational stories of giving. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
I don't think you'll ever know how much he is a hero to these kids.
Let's meet our next hero. About 30 years ago, Hal Honeyman opened a store selling bikes, but he ended up peddling a more precious commodity, independence. Yeah, independence for kids who might not otherwise have it.
You can hardly go a week without someone talking about Hal Honeyman. He is just a wonderful guy in the community, and it's time that everybody knows about it.
Cycling is a rite of passage for a lot of kids. It's that first big thing. Just like driving or talking or walking. To be able to let them be part of that is awesome. Back in 1975, I actually worked at a bike shop for a couple of years, and I left to go to school. And in the process of being in school, I heard that the bike shop was for sale. So I told my family about it, and next thing you know, a couple days later, we'd made an offer, and now we're all suddenly in the bike business.
Hal is just a great big brother, and how many people can say, I get to work with my family every day and enjoy it.
He's been my best friend for 29 years. It's neat to take a passion that Hal and I have shared and to be able to give that to another person.
He loves what he's doing, and he won't let anything get in his way.
So you want to say you're Jacob, and you're Hal's son, and you work at the store opening up the door for people, don't you? Yes. High five.
When Jacob was born, it totally changed our lives.
Jacob ended up having cerebral palsy.
You know, the challenges we faced just took a lot of energy and time and money, and it was quite an experience. I guess the biggest thing I've learned in this whole process with Jacob and all his medical issues is, you know, no matter what happens, just don't give up. When the triplets were about 3 years old, his two sisters were riding their bikes, and we really wanted to find a way for Jacob to ride.
He actually worked on finding a bike and did some adaptations to it.
Part of the process was really trying to find something that would work for him, getting him mobile, getting him moving, something he could do like the other kids. Well, the first 6 times he rode, he was just kind of along for the ride. His legs would go around, and he really didn't participate, but he thought it was pretty cool. And then just this one time we were out riding, he started to push down and initiate with his pedaling. His eyes lit up. He was smiling from ear to ear. I was in tears, and right then and there he knew that he could do it, and I knew right away. It was meant to help kids find freedom through mobility.
What started out as a small 800 square foot bike store evolved into Hal starting Creative Mobility.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Hi.
Hey, Tommy.
On. He wants to get on the bike.
You want to try a bike?
Yeah.
Let's go back here. I got one.
All
Try
right.
out.
Creative Mobility provides adaptive bicycles for children with disabilities.
Oh, you're exciting.
Every person we run into has a different situation, a different set of strengths and weaknesses, and really our job is to find the strengths. They might be able to use their arms or their legs or any portion of that, and we try to identify the things that they can use to get out and ride and be successful.
You want to go?
You ready? Set.
Whoa.
We've seen it many times, the kids riding their bikes for the first time. Mom in tears, dad in tears, biggest smiles you ever seen. It makes it all worth it.
It's so good to do every day. You just can't describe it.
Do you have another kiss? That's awesome. That's the way that Tommy says thank you.
Every day that I come to work or do a bike event, you get to see someone become mobile that maybe hasn't been all their life.
When Max was born, we had been told that he might have Down syndrome. Mark and I both really leaned on each other that first week, asking each other, how are we going to do this? We have 6 other kids. This is not what we expected. Right away, it presented a lot of challenges. And then it was evident the first time I was able to hold him. He needed what every other child needed, which was total love. Every spring, of course, all the neighbor kids start breaking out their bikes. It was really, I think, a disappointment for Max. He'd watch out the schoolroom window at the kids going by. And at one of Max's therapy sessions, somebody mentioned Hal at the bike rack. I talked to Hal about how we were going to be able to get a bike, and Mark just thought it was just impossible. We can't afford over $3,000 for a bike. How are we going to do it? Tammy called me on a Monday, and she said, "You're not going to believe this. We just had an anonymous donor come in over the weekend, so you are one of the recipients. Come in and get your bike." It was just the most profound gift of love. Hal put him on a bike immediately, and the first time that Max got on there and we gave him a push, he was able to start to pedal just a small amount.
But eventually he got onto it. You could see him really get into his body, was going back and forth, and being Max, he wasn't looking at where he was going, he wasn't steering, he'd be looking back at me, laughing and smiling, and he'd like, "Look at me, Dad."
He turned to us and signed, "I love you."
And that big smile on his face, too.
Hal has just been instrumental in helping a lot of these families get bikes. The families get to see their kids ride a bike, and many of them think they would never have that ability to do it.
Go get him. Come on. Whoa, look at him. Come on, hurry, Landon.
Ready?
Good job.
Doing a walk with him a little bit?
I don't think he'll ever know how much he is a hero to these kids and helping them with their physical abilities and the happiness. Yeah, he's a phenomenal man.
And you really are a terrific guy, Hal.
Thank you.
Made a lot of people very happy there. Would this have happened without Jacob?
No, I don't think it would have. I mean, the experience with Jacob really changed my life and put me into this whole world.
And the difference between creative mobility and what was the other phrase?
Project mobility.
Project mobility.
Creative mobility is the actual shop, part of our bike shop that is a provider of equipment and bikes. Project mobility we formed a few years ago to do events all over the country and help get kids bikes.
Mm-hmm.
We do stuff for kids. We do a lot with the Wounded Warrior Project, veterans throughout the country.
Yeah, what's that like?
There's 8 rides throughout the country that we do every year, and they take injured veterans out of the hospital. We try to get them on a bike and get them mobile, and it's about awareness and fundraising for veterans' causes, but at the same time, these people are able to ride and get just a little bit of their life back.
Sure. But didn't you create a specialty bike as well?
Yeah, I designed a bike called VersaTrike, and it evolved from our creative mobility. We needed something kind of in between, but what's happened now is it's worked out for older people, people that maybe have minor balance problems. It's rare that we find someone that we can't not get mobile. And no matter what is going on, we can usually find some solution.
And it gives them a whole sense of excitement about the fact that they're able to move around too.
Well, excitement, independence, and mobility,
sure.
Self-esteem, really everything that keeps people going.
Well, you've made a lot of people awfully happy. A lot of kids and their parents as well. Nice job, pal.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you. Stick around, everybody. Jane Seymour is coming up next as we continue with our Hallmark heroes. Those were great stories, everybody. We really enjoyed them. Now, Hallmark wants to thank you for all of your hard work and really putting yourself out there for the good of others. And in the spirit of giving, we're donating $5,000 to each of you for your projects, and we hope that helps you continue doing some more great work. Now, if you know of a hero in your community, log on to hallmarkchannel.com to tell us their story, and perhaps they'll be celebrated on our next special in June of 2009. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night, and happy holidays to everybody, okay? Bye-bye.
Today, all around us, a terrible thing is happening. Something precious is being taken away. Childhood. Orthopedic conditions, spinal injuries, burns, and cleft lip and palates can rob children of their happiest days and severely limit their potential. But something good is also happening. Today, at any of the 22 Shriners Hospitals for Children care facilities, specialists and volunteers are at work, caring, mending, researching new ways to give children a brighter future, regardless of their family's ability to pay. It takes the greatest medical skills that set global standards in pediatric care. But true healing takes something else too, something extra special. Love. Love puts every child first. Love drives medical breakthroughs. Love makes a hospital feel like home. It's why volunteers give millions of hours. It transports families door to door. It rebuilds a child's confidence. It helps them face their first day back at school. And it keeps healing until they're grown up. At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love comes to the rescue every day. And last year alone, it helped give over 120,000 childhoods back. I was one of the children helped by Shriners Hospitals. It was the acts of love and their care that made the difference to my healing. I owe my life to them. If you know a child they could help, contact Shriners Hospitals for Children at 1-800-237-5055. To send your love to the rescue by making a donation, please call 1-800-241-GIFT or visit us at shrinershospitals.org.
Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. I have Ann Rigby, and she's the founder and director of the Neuro Connection. You're right by us. I drive by you every day coming here to work, and I think, well, gee, I wonder what that's all about. But you're doing some amazing things, some cutting edge technology and everything at your place. Tell me a little bit about it.
We are doing actual brain maps of children with autism, and then we are training them in their deficiencies. So autism is a syndrome kind of inflammation. And what happens during development is the brain fails to form neural pathways that it would normally for language, for eye contact and social understanding and interpreting social cues, for being able to shift attention and focus in a way that's useful. And so that you get an array of symptoms that are problematic. And we are able to actually see where in the brain that those symptoms are at and why, because we use certain brain mapping techniques that are able to look at those neural pathways and see how they're formed. And this, what we do is based on fMRI studies and CAT and PET scans, but we don't do those type of very invasive tests in our office. We do something called a quantitative electroencephalogram, which is a QEEG. So it's a very easy test to do. It's non-invasive, and we place a cap on a child's head, and we're looking to see with our analysis and the databases we use how the child is functioning. And
from that, you're able to create something that's going to help maybe redirect those neuron pathways, if I got my tech terms right?
Yes. What we actually do is we're able to see how the brain is functioning and why those symptoms are present. And we're able to describe those in the maps. And we take the values from the maps and we input those into the computer so that the child can train and improve the brain, almost like weightlifting, and in a session, in a neurofeedback session. So over time, neurofeedback actually operantly conditions the brain to improve those neural pathways and increase the brain's ability to communicate with itself.
And you're doing this kind of in a fun way, like through watching a video game or a movie, so the child is really not, besides maybe wearing the cap, not kind of clued into what you're doing.
Right. The child, when they're actually doing the sessions, only has a couple of electrodes measuring brainwave activity on their head that's fed into the EEG and then into the computer. The only thing they know is that the movie is either playing or fading, or the game is actually moving or not. It's primarily an unconscious process, and they don't even have to be that engaged. They just have to sit still and watch. So it's not like they have to do any kind of exercises like they would if they were into tutoring or something like that.
Well, how neat is that? And major results for you?
Well, we're very fortunate because we work with this researcher and we use his model. We're very strict about how we do the neurofeedback. We are able to, because of the way we look at the brain, we look at abnormalities in the EEG and the raw data, we look at regions of the brain for communication, and we look at abnormalities in power in the EEG. And with all those three things together, we're able to come up with values that are very accurate in order to train the brain. So our results have replicated the studies that Rob Coben did with a 57% decrease on average on completion of 57% decrease in symptoms.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So a typical client may get anywhere from 20 to 80% decrease. And we were able to tell the change that's made because we remap the brain and we can actually see the physical differences in the maps.
That's neat. And you've been embraced by the autism community. You're president of their board, or
the Autism Society of Illinois board. Yes.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing you do, or the only thing that you treat at.
No, we are able to really treat anything that is related to neuropsychological symptoms. We address symptoms of mood disorders, depression, anxiety. We also do a lot of work with attention deficit disorder. That's actually one of the more simple things that we are able to address. We do work with post-traumatic stress, and anything that what I tell people is if we can see it on the brain map, we can train it. If it doesn't relate to a symptom and we can't see it, then we're not going to even attempt it.
Well, that's neat. And oftentimes with doing this type of treatment, you reduce the medication that someone might be on?
Yes, what happens is the brain will metabolize medication differently. So, for example, if someone comes in and they are truly attention deficit and they are responding to a stimulant medication, the reasons for that may be that there's too much slow brainwave or pre-sleep brainwave in the front of the brain where they're trying to concentrate, focus, and organize. And so when you do neurofeedback training and you reduce that slow wave, you're not going to metabolize the stimulant as you would before, and you're going to actually, be over-medicated. So as the person's brain improves, we have to titrate that medication down and work with the physician and let them know what we're doing so that they are aware and are able to move the medication down so the person's not over-medicated. Same thing happens with an antidepressant. As you improve that area of the brain responsible for the depressed mood, you're going to need to decrease the antidepressant medication.
That's awesome. And your clinic is located here in Naperville, but there's also, you train people on a home unit. Tell me briefly about that.
Well, for people outside of our area, we believe that we do pretty much state-of-the-art, especially for autism neurofeedback. And we wanted to bring that method of what we do to a greater area. So we devised a way to do home unit training. The client still comes to our office to get the brain map, but we actually are able to input the values into a laptop computer and provide them with an EEG, teach them where to put the leads on the head so that their child's properly connected, or it could be even, I have adults doing it too. And then we monitor them by Skype so that we can be online with them and we can see their EEG and we can work with them while they're training, even if we're not in the same location.
Wow, that's awesome. You are just cutting edge. The benefit that you bring people is so neat. Must be so satisfying for you.
It is. It's very, very exciting. And, I tell people, like, miracles happen in my office every day. It's so fantastic to see the progress between when a child comes in or someone comes in and when they leave. It's fantastic.
I bet. Well, Ann, thanks for stopping by and telling me a little bit about what you do at NeuroConnection, and it's a thrill and an honor to meet you. So thank you. We'll be right back with more Business Connections. Stay tuned.
Sometimes events in people's lives can shatter their existence into unrecognizable pieces. Danka understands the complexity of rebuilding lives. We are a nonprofit organization providing computer skills and assistive technology for persons with physical disabilities and visual impairments. At Danka, we provide tools, empowerment, opportunity, and community to take those broken pieces and refine, polish, and construct them to form a new creation. Tools are a vital piece of the puzzle to initiate the recovery process. Danka trains students with assistive technology tools that can become a set of eyes for persons with visual impairments to navigate the web, a set of hands to type the spoken word, a magnifier to zoom letters into sight that were previously unrecognizable, or a simple device to enable weak hands to manipulate a mouse. We provide training in AT software that allows visually impaired students to search the web, type documents, and create spreadsheets. Or for individuals who are unable to use their hands to type and manipulate the computer, we offer training with voice-activated software. These are only a few of the tools and resources that Danka can provide to help individuals overcome challenges and enable them to lead more independent lives.
I became a student of Danka and started learning about the personal computer and all of the adaptive equipment. Now all of a sudden I can communicate with other people. In a sense, I became literate again. I could read and write. I could write letters or keep my own checkbook.
Tools alone can't make a renewal process complete. Disabilities have a way of undercutting people's confidence and sense of self-reliance. Danka provides students with a key second piece of the puzzle, empowerment. We impart individuals with a can-do philosophy by offering one-on-one training, individual paced schedules, and a tailor-made curriculum to fit the students' needs. Students gain self-assurance as they learn new skills and develop a trust in their ability to be independent. Being able to see words on a screen for the first time, or use your voice to write a letter because you can't use your hands. And doing it by yourself empowers students to succeed. Self-esteem and confidence levels are heightened, and hopes and dreams begin to seem possible.
I had an accident back in 1996, and I was in a coma for 10 months. I had minimal use of my hands and range of my arms. They taught the computer to work with me, and it was such a difference. My instructor, who was Judy, she taught the way I needed to learn. Well, now I'm an administrative assistant at the College of DuPage. Just unbelievable at the amount of stuff that I thought I knew. And I didn't really realize I knew how to turn it on and how to turn it off, and that was about it. But Judy and everybody else was able to show me that I could get the computer to work for me.
Along with providing students with assistive technology and confidence, Danka also supplies a third piece of the puzzle, the opportunity to learn skills for employment or preparation for education. Danka's teachers present students with high-quality training in such programs as Word, Excel, Access, and Outlook. The 4-month training period provides the opportunity for individuals to return to the workplace or school. Sometimes that means adapting skills already attained prior to the onset of the disability, or sometimes that means entering a new career field.
An individual student can come to Danka, receive instruction in exactly what she needs to learn, and then go on to either use these skills in life at home or use these skills hopefully in a job. One of my students was taking a class at a junior college in Microsoft Office, and she came to Danka because she didn't know how to do the things her class was doing. So we got the class syllabus, and each week 1 at Danka, we did week 2 on the syllabus so that she could keep up with her class, and when she got into class, she knew what they were doing and she knew how she needed to do the work, and she got an A in the course.
I am the first initial contact that people talk to when they come to Danka. I've heard several different stories of how people want to come and better themselves to find jobs. It makes my job so rewarding to hear these stories and then to see the outcome after they have come to Donka and took our training. I love my job. It's very rewarding. I can leave here every day and go home and feel that I've accomplished something.
The sense of community at Donka provides the last piece of the puzzle to shape a new beginning for students. Through the work of the caring staff and volunteers, Donka is able to equip students with a sense of belonging and becomes like an extended family to care and nurture the distinct needs of each student. Oftentimes, people with disabilities don't know where to turn for help, or they have asked other sources for assistance but were rejected because they didn't qualify for services. The Donka community of teachers and volunteers creates a cooperative environment for students to feel supported.
I came from India. I'm partially blind. I was too young when they removed my eye. I had the retinoblastoma problem. And the thing is, in India, that time they don't have a good facilities for blind people. Like, they don't have a very good schools and everything. I didn't have any way to learn because, I can't read and write, and, I didn't know Braille. And then I found out about Donka. I told everything about me, and they said, it's okay, we will give you a scholarship. And they give me a scholarship, and I learned. I graduated from Donka, and now I'm planning to go to COD.
Many local organizations partner with Donka to provide financial aid, thus expanding the community of support for students.
We really pride ourselves in a lot of volunteer teachers here and all the staff that really help to make sure that our students get all the training that they need. We operate our computer training program at no cost to our students, so it's very important that we have donors. 35% of our funding comes from foundation grants. 40% of our funding comes from individuals and special fundraisers that we have. And then the rest of the funding comes from a government contract that we have. Donka is truly a program about people helping people, whether it's our volunteers who come on a weekly basis or our volunteer staff that work with our students, our dedicated board of directors that work hard to make sure the program is going and operational, our regular staff that helps so much, the employers that give opportunities to our students and graduates, and above all, our donors who really keep our program at no cost. Donka is able to be a vital organization.
Computers give people who are blind access to so many pieces of life that would not be accessible otherwise.
The computer and the adaptive technology is certainly a huge doorway into employment for people with disabilities.
The difference with Donka is they were able to teach me how to get the computer to work for me, and so I've honored it. After I went to college, like first day, I told her, "Hey, Anne, you know what? I didn't. That was my first class in my life. That was the first time I went to a college in my life. I never went to a school, nothing. And Anne was like, you know what? Keep trying. You will do it. You will do it." And I did it.
We encourage you to discover the tools, empowerment, opportunities, and community that Donka has to offer. We offer 2 locations plus mobile services. Donka's main location is in the DuPage Convalescent Center at 400 North County Farm Road, Wheaton, Illinois, 60187. The phone number is area 630-665-8169, extension 11. Our Aurora satellite office is at the Aurora, Illinois Employment and Training Center. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Clap along if you feel
love is too high to bring me down. Can't nothing bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
At Bright Star, we know how overwhelming the responsibility of caring for a family member can be. In fact, it's why Bright Star was formed. When the grandmother of Bright Star co-founders Shelley and J.D.'s son became ill, they were unable to find a company that could provide truly caring and trustworthy caregivers, reliable round-the-clock customer service, and the full range of medical and non-medical services their grandmother needed. Recognizing the real need for this type of provider, they created Bright Star. Not long after doing so, the sons faced a similar challenge when their twin sons were born prematurely. Their experience of spending weeks in the NICU inspired the sons to also add childcare to the Bright Star mix. Since then, it's been Bright Star's driving passion to provide families with the highest quality care for loved ones of all ages, along with an unmatched level of customer service. And the need for Bright Star will only continue to grow. Within 10 years, more than 54 million people in the U.S. will be 65 or older. That's almost 16% of the population. And AARP research shows that 90% of people want to grow old in their own home and community. To answer the call, Bright Star is expanding its reach across the nation and around the world. Our mission is simple: to provide compassionate care and exceptional service to make more possible for those we serve, more comfort, more support, more peace of mind. We fulfill this mission by delivering professional service, compassionate care, and peace of mind. Professional service means delivering the highest level of care and value for our clients, arriving on time so clients are never left alone, and being honest and accountable for what we say and do. We believe in treating our clients the same way we would treat a member of our own family. For families and individuals at every stage of life, from children to seniors and everyone in between. And in every setting, at home, in hospitals, in long-term care facilities, and more. Bright Star brings these same standards and quality to staffing solutions. Our qualified and compassionate care professionals are available for temporary, temp perm, or permanent placement in all types of facilities. The level of care we provide is also unmatched. With 24/7 live support over the phone, our team can be reached anytime. We also provide experienced medical oversight, including supervisory visits by RNs or directors of nursing, who ensure a comprehensive plan of care is being followed. And we actively engage our clients in their interests and activities to ensure they're living their best lives, not merely passing time. Finally, we provide peace of mind by carefully screening our caregivers. We select only dependable, truly caring people who we know will bring more to the lives of those they care for. Then, we carefully match these special caregivers with our clients using our proven, guaranteed compatibility system. And we offer 24/7 customer service and support, so clients can check on their loved ones at any time, any place. At Brightstar, we help families care for the ones they love. From parents caring for children with special needs, to adult children assisting aging parents. It's more than just our work. It's our passion. It's who we are. It's what we do. And it's how we shine. Brightstar, how we shine.
Personally, what having a dream is, it starts within you, and it'll stay there unless you share it. My name is Tom Toohey. I live in Chicago, Illinois. I'm the president and founder of Dreams for Kids. My mother actually gave me a direction to start the organization. And I knew at that point to listen to my mother. I had just become an attorney, and she said, you know what, now's the time. You had a dream. That dream was to become an attorney. Not many people thought that would ever happen. And now that you've made it, now it's time to help other kids reach their dream. So I woke up the next morning, thought Dreams for Kids. So we had our first meeting, and we thought of what we might do in the community. And in that same week that we had the meeting, I received a phone call from a friend who had just had a visitor in her office. Her name was Clara Kirk, and she was looking for help for a shelter that she created on the south side of Chicago.
When I met Tom and Tom came in, he was so genuine. He was so caring, and he was so helpful.
What we do at Dreams for Kids to provide opportunity is first to unite young people with their peers. We bring them together in conferences, and the kids name the conference the We Are the Change Conference. 100 kids of the greatest diversity come together in one room, and by noon of the first day, you see the shared humanity that kids see in each other. So many stories in Dreams for Kids. There's a couple of them really that I can think of right now. Taking kids with disabilities out sailing, and none of them have ever been in a boat. We loaded up the kids and took them from the wheelchairs and put them into these specially adapted designed boats so that they could go sailing. I looked around, I turned back, and the sun had just broken through the clouds, and it was shining on the pier. And it was a pier full of empty wheelchairs. And it was just such an amazing sight because we were with 5 boats of the happiest kids you could ever imagine. And everyone looked just like everyone else. They had left behind something that separates them and never should.
Everybody overinflates what their work ethic is when you talk to them. I had a 13-hour day. If he had a 13-hour day, it would be a short day. I couldn't put it into hours because hours doesn't fit.
He loves his fellow man and woman. He loves kids. We want to help them to improve their quality of life so one day they can help run this great country of ours.
I think it would have meant the world to me to have access to Dreams for Kids as a young kid, because this organization, it truly works. It takes kids and empowers them to follow their dreams.
The American dream means freedom. The freedom to be the person that you know deep inside your heart that you were born in this world to be, regardless of what anyone else thinks, regardless of the circumstances of your life. And we have to be able to protect one person's dream, no matter who that person is, just the same as we would protect our own dream.
Welcome to Little City,
a long-standing, full-fledged community that is comfortable and caring, vital and vibrant. A leader for over 50 years, Little City provides children and adults with autism, as well as other intellectual and developmental disabilities, the very best options and opportunities to live safely, work productively, explore creatively, and learn continuously throughout their lifetime. Little City provides a sense of identity and belonging, home, friends, a life filled with stories of accomplishment. The scope of our programs and services is comprehensive. Health and safety, recreation and education, culture and entertainment, employment and transportation, heart and soul. Above all, heart and soul.
Hi, my name is Kathy. I live in Little City. I just moved to the CLF program, and I have really nice friends there, and it's really nice to be here. And I have a really nice job coach at the hospital. And I do like bowling for recreation. And we just did Special Olympics, and I just got a gold medal in the softball throw. I don't know what I would do without Little City. I appreciate everything that people do for me here.
I'm Monica. I've been working with Little City about 4.5 years now, and I love that they provide me the opportunity to work so close with these individuals. And I just love being part of it because I can see every day I come in, and it's such a joyful thing for me to see all the differences that I make in these people's lives, and they provide a lot of enjoyment for me as well. Also here at Little City, we do have an art program. There's a lot of the individuals that I work with. They're involved with it. They do some really great work. It's from anywhere from drawing to painting to working on the computer to working with clay and pottery. And they're also involved in some art shows, which are either local or even internationally as well.
Hi, my name is Darlene. I work here at Little City for 15 years, this year in July. Little City is a special agency. What I like most is Special Olympics. Seeing our residents get on the field and achieve a gold medal or bronze or silver, they enjoy it. Just to see the excitement on their faces just lights up your world.
At Little City, there is no finish line. Our goal is to make tomorrow better than today. The only constant is our desire to change, improve, and innovate. We do so by continually making great strides to further enrich the lives of those we serve and to help them flourish.